Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. It's great to have you along today to my Thursday morning Create with Mandy. I have got a really lovely project to share with you today, a nice, quick, easy one. We have got some beautiful, well, I'm actually going to be creating with some beautiful new products. So that's always super exciting. If you are watching today live, thank you so much for coming to sharing this time with me. If you are watching live, you'll see a little red, oh, let's go this way. You'll see a little red live button up there at the top, in the top left hand corner, and then you'll know that you are live. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching on my YouTube channel later on after I upload this, thank you so much there as well. If you are watching on my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you see. And if you click on the bell icon that is just near the subscribe button over on that side there, on the right side, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So yeah, so thank you so much. That will be awesome. Hi Megan, hi Laurie, how you going ladies? Great to have you here. It is a beautiful sunny day here today in Sydney. I poked my head out a few moments ago and it was quite a lovely temperature, so it's always nice, makes the day a little bit brighter each day. How are you ladies going? How are you going up there, Megan? And how are you going over there in Ohio, Laurie? Love to hear from you. Now, while everybody is just jumping on, I'm just going to bring up this Facebook Live on my iPad so that I can see all of your comments there. So just give me a moment and I'll just do that. Okay, there we go. Then I can see all of those comments coming up there. Fantastic. Good, good, good. So I'm going to be playing with some new product today. Which, hi Tina Marie, great to have you here. Yeah, some brand new product today from our Sale-A-Bration brochure, which is super exciting. If you don't know about Sale-A-Bration, it's a promotion that Stampin' Up has each year. Usually we have it at the beginning of the year, and we did have it at the beginning of the year in January and February, but this year Stampin' Up have been so kind to give us a second Sale-A-Bration. So now it's running again from 3rd of August to the 30th of September. So super exciting. And what that means is during Sale-A-Bration, you can earn free products, which is fantastic. So this little brochure is bumper packed full of free products, some of which we're going to be playing with today. And for every $90 that you order during Sale-A-Bration, you can choose free products from this Sale-A-Bration brochure. So that's super exciting. So we're going to be looking at that today. We've also got our brand new mini catalog, if you haven't seen that yet as well, full of beautiful, beautiful products. You can see there's some Christmas products there on the front cover. So we've got lots of beautiful Christmas products in here. There's autumn themed products and nature themed products, as well as Halloween if you celebrate Halloween. So if you don't have those brochures, those catalogs and brochure, then please let me know if you don't have a demonstrator already, and I would love to help you. We also do have our annual catalog as well. This is our big bumper catalog full of beautiful products in here, and a lot of our staple products also. So if you would like any of those catalogs, please let me know and I would love to get them out to you. Just send me a message, a private message after we finish this Facebook Live, just so that I don't miss your message in all of the comments, because sometimes Facebook hides them. When I go back to look at, I do go back and look at them all, but sometimes Facebook hides some of them and I can't see them all. And I don't know why that happens, but it does happen. So yes, and I don't want to miss your messages. So Megan said she's getting better. Thanks, just back from having some more tests done. Ah, Megan, I didn't realize you'd been sick. I'm so sorry to hear that you haven't been well. I hope you feel better soon. Oh, Laurie said she hasn't been able to catch me live. Oh, there you go. You did today. So that's awesome, Laurie. I'm glad to have you here. It's great to have you with us. Hi, Debbie. How are you? From New Hampshire. Oh, wow. That's awesome. It's great to have you along here live with me today. That's fantastic. So if you missed my live on Monday, because I do a Facebook Live also on Monday, and Australian Eastern Time, it's 4 o'clock our time. So whatever that time is in your region where you are, or in your country where you are. But Mondays I go live as well, and that's always there available for the replay if you did miss it. But this is the card I made on Monday, super cute, and I used some of the new products from the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite from the new mini catalogue, that one there. So really quick and easy card to put together, this one. But if you missed it, feel free to go back and watch my video from Monday to see how I put that one together. All right, well, while everybody is still joining us, I think we might start to get underway. Thanks, Laurie. Yeah, it was really was fun to play with those products. I really like those products, the Gingerbread and Peppermint. They're super cute. All right, so oh, hi Navon, how are you? Great to have you with us again today. Fantastic. All right, so my goal is to keep my Thursday lives much more simple in project, sorry. So trying to really make quick and easy projects on my Thursday. Did I just say Monday? I meant Thursday. I don't know what I just said. It's early. Yes, quick and easy projects on Thursdays, and trying to keep my Facebook Lives a little bit shorter than my Mondays. My Monday Facebook Live, that will still be the one where I'll do more detailed projects, and I do a lot more chatting there and go a lot longer. But Thursdays I would like to try and keep a little bit shorter. So no worries, Tina Marie. All good, all good. You didn't miss anything yet. Navon, it's Wednesday where you are. It would be Wednesday evening, is that correct? So we are Thursday. Today is Thursday the 12th. Is it the 12th today? Yes, Thursday the 12th. And it's just after 11 a.m. What are we? It's about 11 minutes past 11 in the morning. So there you go. Okay, so what I might do is I will cover up the camera and I'll tip that down to the desktop and we can get started and I can show you what we're going to be crafting with today. All right, so give me a moment, just bear with me while I get the camera ready. It will be a little bit noisy and a little bit clunky while I do this, so just bear with me. All right, we'll get everything set up. Here we go. A little bit squeaky today too. Might need to oil my camera stand. All right, now did I remember to flip those cameras? We'll find out in a moment. I'll just adjust the light. Oh, I did. Oh, good. I was just thinking, did I flip those cameras or did I forget this time? There we go. Just move my cord out of the way because we don't need to see that. Oh, and we're a bit crooked today. Let's straighten that up. How is that? Is that a bit better? A bit straighter? That's a bit better. All right, I'll move these down. So if you like any of the products that I'm showing you today and you would like to shop with me in my online store, the easiest way to find my online store, let me move these over a bit. The easiest way to find my online store is actually via my blog, which is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. If you go there and click on the shop button at the top left-hand side, then you can go and browse my online store and have a look and see all of the products there. I'll tell you the products that we're using as we're going through with this project today. But on my blog too, you'll also find some other creative inspiration. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my newsletter as well. There is a subscribe button on my blog over on the right-hand side at the top of the page there. And if you click on that, then you'll get all of my newsletters each week, filled with lots of Stampin' Up news and creative inspiration, or my classes that I'm running, and all sorts of fun things. So be sure to subscribe to my newsletter as well while you're there. If you're shopping with me for orders over $50, I do give a thank you gift when you use my host code. So be sure to use my host code so that I can send you that lovely thank you gift. All right. Oh, hey, Judy. Judy's here too. Fantastic. We've got a few with us today. Brilliant. All right, so let me show you the project that we're making today. We are making this really pretty beautiful card using some brand new products. Now this is one of the stamp sets from the new Sale-A-Bration brochure. So let me just show you. So if you go to your Sale-A-Bration brochure, and again, if you don't already have one of these, please let me know so that I can get one out to you. And on page 6, you'll see the Feels Like Home stamp set. That's the one we're going to be using today. And you can get this one for free when you purchase $90. And that purchase can be from any of the current products that Stampin' Up have on offer. So from the annual catalogue, the mini catalogue, the kits collection, clearance rack, anything. Yep, so for when you spend $90, you can actually choose this stamp set for free. There's lots of other products in here that you can choose for free as well. I won't go through all of them today, but I'll just show you a very quick flick. Now we do have some level 2 products in here as well. So if you spend over $180, we do have a couple of items for that as well. So we have a die set here, which coordinates with one of the stamp sets in the annual catalogue, and there's information here to tell you about that. We also have this beautiful Delicate Dahlias, or Dahlias, depending on how you say it, stamp set, which I used last Thursday. If you missed that project, that one is on my YouTube channel, and we used that one last week. So there you go. So that's where you will find this stamp set. Okay, so let me go through and show you all of the things that we're going to be using today. So here's the beautiful Feels Like Home stamp set. This stamp set has got beautiful artwork in it. It's very detailed, very fine artwork. It's really, really beautiful. This one is great for watercoloring, so you could use your watercoloring pencils, your aqua painters. So these are aqua painters. They're like a paintbrush with the barrel that you can fill up with water. You just unscrew the top and you fill the barrel up with water. You give it a little squeeze where it says push there on the side, and the water flows out to the tip. So you might like to colour with those and either your inks. You can use your ink pads, which we're going to be using today with the watercolours. You can use the watercolour pencils. We're going to be using some Stampin' Blends today. So we're going to give like a watercolour look but using Stampin' Blends. You can use Stampin' Right markers, all different types of watercolour or colouring tools. We've even got our blending brushes, our daubers, lots and lots of things. But anyway, this stamp set has got some really beautiful sentiments as well, with really lovely fonts in them as well. So you can use this for lots of different occasions. All right, so I was just going to quickly show you, before we get to that, I will just show you where to find all of those colouring tools. So if you go to your annual catalogue and you open up to pages 122 and 123, this shows you our entire colour range. So the whole Stampin' Up colour range is there, and it'll show you the Stampin' Blends that are available, and it shows you which colours they are in. It'll also show you, if you flip over the page, or over 2 pages I think it is, here it is, over 2 pages to 126, it shows you that we've got the markers, and you can get the markers in the different color ranges. So it shows you up here the different color families, I should say, shows you up here, or you can get the whole collection. We've also got the soft pastels, which are beautiful to color with, and again give a watercolor look. And we've got the watercolor pencils here as well. Then if you turn over to pages 128 to 129, we've got some other coloring tools there as well. Sorry, let me move that over a little bit for you. We've got some other coloring tools there as well that you can play with, and that is where you will find the aqua painters, the blending brushes. So we've got the blending brushes as well. We've got spritzers, we've got daubers, lots and lots of things there. So that is where you can find all of the coloring tools if you're wondering where to find them. So as I said, I'm going to use some Stampin' Blends today, and we're just using 3 colors today. I've got light soft succulent, ivory, and bronze. So each of the colors that are from the color families, they come in a combo pack. So they'll come with a light and a dark blend or marker, so that then you can do blending and add in some tone and shading and things like that. But we're just using the light one today. And then we've got the ivory and bronze there as well. We're going to be stamping in some soft suede ink, so I will show you that as well. Oh, Tina Marie said she adores this stamp. Yes, I know that Tina Marie recently got this stamp as well, and she's been making some beautiful creations with that one. And Megan said she wishes that the Christmas kits would hurry up and come out. Yes, they should be out fairly soon, Megan. We don't have an actual date yet, but I'm sure that Stampin' Up will be releasing them very, very soon. Okay. Oh, and Judy says cute card, and Navon says she loves it. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. All right. So what we'll do, I'll pop this one to the side, and I will get everything out ready and show you all of the components that we're going to need today. So we've got our soft suede ink, which we're going to stamp our stamp in, and our Stampin' Blends. We're also going to be using our oval punch, and so this oval punch is great. It's got the straight edged oval, and then you've got the scalloped oval as well, so you can layer them together if you want to, or you can use them individually, which is fantastic. We're going to be using some of the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper, and that's the one that I was using last week as well. I won't pull it out to show you, but if you missed it, I did show it last week as well. And this is one of the new paper packs from the mini catalogue. Now this comes in 12 by 12 inches, and you can see that I've actually chopped into mine. I've been using a fair bit of this one. It's absolutely gorgeous paper. So if you're looking for that, that's from the mini catalogue. But I'll bring in all my bits and pieces just to show you. I'll give you all the measurements for this too, in case you would like to recreate this. Have a pen with you in case you would like to write down all of the measurements for this project, so that you'll have that to recreate. So to begin with, we have got, oh, it's upside down. We've got a piece of soft succulent cardstock. Oh, it wasn't upside down. I'm doing it upside down. This is soft succulent cardstock. Now I've cut this so that we have like an easel type opening card, being that it's in a portrait, a portrait orientation. So this one measures 29.7 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, and I've scored and folded that in half at 14.85. So basically it's half a piece of A4 cardstock, but it's cut lengthways. Okay, so often we cut it, when we're creating our cards, often we cut it across the short side, but this time we're actually cutting the cardstock across the long side. And you'll get two card bases from one piece of A4 cardstock. All right, so that's our base. Then we've got our designer series paper, which as I said was from that Harvest Meadow, and we've just got two pieces. We've got one piece which is 10.5 centimeters wide by 2 centimeters. And then we've got this piece here, which is 10.5 centimeters wide by 5 centimeters. I've got a matte layer here of Evening Evergreen, and this is 10.5 centimeters by 8.9 centimeters. This is the piece we're going to stamp onto. Now I'm using thick basic white today because we're going to be coloring with Stampin' Blends, and I just find that it's a better absorbency for the blends because those blends do absorb really well into the cardstock, and they will bleed through a little bit. So make sure when you are working with Stampin' Blends that you do have your work surface protected as well. So this one is 10.5 by 8.5. Whoops. And then I've just got a little offcut for my sentiment. And this one is basic white again. And this is just regular basic white this time. But if you only have the thick, you could use the thick. So this one is 10.5 by 3.5 centimeters, but basically it's just a scrap. So you can just grab a scrap to use for your sentiment. And then I've got a little tiny piece of this beautiful Evening Evergreen chevron ribbon. Is that what it's called? Chevron weave ribbon. This is gorgeous ribbon. If you haven't seen this, it's a beautiful color and it's got a beautiful texture to it as well. So we're going to be using just a little piece of that. And that measures 7 centimeters for the ribbon. Actually, do they call this ribbon or trim? I think it's ribbon. Oh yes, it is ribbon. They do call it ribbon. Some of the ribbons they call trim and some of them they call ribbon. And then to finish off our project, we're going to be using some of these beautiful new brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. I haven't used these before. This is the first time I use them. I just got these in my most recent order, actually just a couple of days ago. So these are super awesome. They're in the pack, they're gold, bronze, and like a copper. Well, it's not really, this one's more sort of copper, I guess, coppery bronze. This one's more like a pewter color. It's probably a bit hard to pick up on camera, but yeah, it's more like a pewter color, really lovely. And we're going to finish off our project with that. All right, so let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I'll move all of these other pieces to the side and we'll pop our blends over to the side there. I'm going to bring in just a little piece of mini grid paper to pop my cardstock down on so that we can just protect our work surface. Okay, so I've already mounted up my stamp onto a block. So the Feels Like Home stamp set is a red rubber cling stamp set, which is fantastic. So when you get the stamps, you'll get a sheet of sticker sheets as well to go onto your stamps, and they have the cling film on the stickers. So they're like a double-sided sticker. One side sticks to the back of the stamp and the other side is a removable cling adhesive that will attach your stamp to your block, and then they're removable, so you can take them back off again and store them back in the case like this. Okay, so they're really fantastic. So all right, so we are going to ink this up in soft suede. Now because this is a large stamp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the stamp pad to the stamp this time. Normally if it's a smaller stamp, which we'll do with the sentiment, we'd take the stamp directly to the ink pad, but because this is large, it's larger, a bit larger than the surface of the ink pad. So we're going to take the ink pad to the stamp this time, and having the stamp face up like that, we can see if we get good coverage of ink. Now I'm not squashing the ink pad into the stamp, I'm just lightly tapping that over the top, and I'm doing that several times because this is a very detailed stamp and I want to make sure, especially in the middle there, I want to be sure that I get a good coverage of ink. Okay, so let's now stamp that in. We're stamping that just in the center of our piece here. Oops, I nearly went a bit too high then. Okay, and we'll give just a nice firm press press, being careful not to rock our stamp, because if you rock your stamp, you could get a little bit of shadowing or smudging of the ink. So straight down and straight back up. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful image there? I'll give that a little clean in a moment. So isn't that a beautiful image? Very fine line artwork there. Really pretty. We'll set that aside to dry for a little moment. It is a good idea to let your ink dry before colouring with your Stampin' Blends, so that avoids any of that ink bleeding. Oh, excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. All right, while that's drying off a little bit, we will stamp our sentiment. So let's bring back in our soft suede. I'm just going to ink up this sentiment. This says, "Your friendship feels like home to me." I think that's a really beautiful sentiment. And I'll just stamp that in the middle there. I've left a little bit, whoops, I've left a little bit of room around that to get my punch around that stamp. I'll pop that off to the side. All right, so actually before I punch that, what I might do is I'll just give my stamps a quick little clean. It's always a good idea to clean your stamps fairly soon after using them, if possible, just to keep them in really good condition. So I always like to stamp off the excess ink first onto some scrap paper. Oh, hey Jenny, how you going? Great to have you here today. And then I'm just using my Stampin' Chamois just to give that a little clean. I know my Stampin' Chamois looks pretty gross, but I've had this one going for a really, really long time. They do get a bit stained up over time, but what I do is I just rinse it out every few days because I'm using mine constantly. So I just give it a rinse out to remove any of that excess ink that's sitting in there. And then, and look, it cleans up the stamps beautifully. So now that's ready to go for the next project. So even though the chamois gets stained, it doesn't affect the cleaning quality of the chamois itself. All right, so I'm going to take my punch, I'm going to turn it upside down, and I will take my sentiment to my punch, and I'll just line that up and press. And there we have our sentiment. So I love our punches. They make it super easy. We've got lots of different label punches. If you're looking for punches, they're in the annual catalogue, and you'll find them towards the back in the tools section. And they make it super, super easy, especially for sentiments. All right, so we've got that one ready to go. All right, so let's colour our image. Hopefully that ink has dried enough. And we are just going to do a very, very simple colouring on this one. We're not colouring every single piece in this project. We are just colouring different areas. So I'm going to use, oh, this one is fairly new, so the lid is quite tight still, which is good because it helps to keep this protected from the air. So the Stampin' Blends, let me just cap that while I talk to you about the Stampin' Blends. The Stampin' Blends are an alcohol marker. So as I said to you before, they do come in a combo set. So you get the light and the dark in each of the colors. We also have a color lifter, which I didn't get out, but I will show you what that looks like. It looks like this. So with the color lifter, that is great for lightening color. If you go a little bit too heavy, or you know, you want a different effect, or you might want to even just lighten sections of your image, you can use the color lifter. It doesn't actually erase the color. What it does is it shifts the color. So you can use that for that, or if you have a little boo-boo when you're coloring and you go outside the lines, with the technique we're using today, that doesn't matter. But on some projects, you don't want to be going out of the lines when you're colouring. And with this one, you can actually push that colour back inside the lines. So it's super handy to have that one in your collection. With the Stampin' Blends, you have two ends. You have a brush end, which is the end that we're going to be using today mostly. And then you have a bullet tip end. So if you're colouring in finer areas, you might like to use the bullet tip. The lids nest together, So that's really great. So you never lose the lid. And they're really, really easy to color with, and they are super easy. We're just using a really easy loose coloring technique today because we kind of want this to look a little bit like it's watercolored, but we're cheating and doing it the easy way and using the Stampin' Blends. And I'm not doing any blending today. I'm just simply coloring with single colors today. So if you want light and dark shading or different tones, you can even blend different colors together. Then you can certainly be using the light and the dark colors in the combos or using different colors to combine together. But for this project, we are just giving a watercolor look. So yeah, as I said, this one is a soft succulent. So that's the trees done there. We'll do the leaves down here. The leaves I will do a little bit more delicately. There we go. The Stampin' Blends give a really beautiful smooth finish with the colouring. So I really love working with these. They're probably my favourite colouring tool. But you could use, for this particular stamp set, you could use, as I said before, watercolours as well. Watercolour pencils would look fantastic with this. I've seen a lot of watercolouring done with this particular stamp set, and it looks fantastic. There we go. I think I've got all of the greenery done. Let's just add a little bit more up here. A bit more in there. Oops, I missed that bit there, I think. There we go. Now we're going to do the door in the same colour. So I'll just do the door a little bit more gently because we don't want to colour over the window. I love that working with Stampin' Blends that you get such a smooth finish. I did just mention that a moment ago, but you don't end up with like streaky lines because it's an alcohol ink. It blends really beautifully. They dry really quickly. And so also too, when you are working with the Stampin' Blend, you must remember to cap them straight away as soon as you finish using that colour so that it doesn't dry out, because they've got an alcohol base. They do dry very quickly. There we go. Okay, oh, we'll just put a little bit of detail into these cracks there too. Okay, all right. So make sure when you're capping your marker that you hear that click. You might have heard that when I just put that lid on. You have to make sure you hear that click to make sure that that is sealed up really well. Okay, so I'm going to do the floorboards now. I'm going to have this look like it's got like a timber deck out the front of the little cottage. So I'm just going to simply go like this. It's really easy to colour with these. So I'll go around these pots a little bit here. And just following this, the line artwork here. Under the bike there. There we go. And as this dries, you'll see these colours will lighten up a little bit as well. There, that's as easy as that is. And now for the bricks in the background, we're going to be using the ivory. So the colour I just used, that was the bronze. That was the bronze. And so now I'm just going to use the ivory for the bricks in the background. So who else loves their Stampin' Blends? Let me know in the comments if you love using Stampin' Blends, or let me know if you haven't used them before either. So we'll go in here and colour behind the bike there as well. We're going to leave the bike in just stamped in the soft suede. We're not going to colour the bike itself. Go around there. We'll colour behind the wheel there though. Make that look like it's leaning up against the wall. There we go. Ah, Laurie says she loves her blends. Fantastic. They're great, aren't they? Okay, and then we're going to go over here. So on this side, we're just going to colour in between the plants there. And in between here too. Sorry, I went quiet there for a moment. I was concentrating on my colouring. Okay. And I think that is done. Yep. There we go. So that is all the colouring that we're going to do on this. So we've got the, we're really focused on that beautiful door. So I'll hold that up a little bit closer to you. So focusing on that beautiful door and all the greenery. So isn't that cool? You don't have to colour the entire thing if you don't want to. You can do lots of different colouring techniques, as I said before, with this particular stamp set. Oh, Laurie said she has to start replacing some of her blends. Ah, yes. Yeah, I noticed too myself when I was using them the other day that a couple of them were getting a little bit dry on the tip, my more used colours, I think, and they were getting a little bit shaggy on the brush tip too, because I've used them and used them and used them so many times. So yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Laurie, having to replace a few. I need to write them down actually. I need to write down which ones I need to replace. Oh, Megan says she loves her blends as well. Yeah. And Laurie said very nice. Thanks. Yes, Laurie said very nice. Thanks, Laurie. Okay, so now with the designer series paper, we'll just let that aside to dry. We'll put our designer series paper onto our card base now, and we're just going to, it's going to go right across the full width of the card. So we've got a wide piece for the bottom and we've got that narrow piece for the top, which I gave the measurements for at the beginning. I'm just going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere that. Hey Julie, how are you today? Great to have you with us. Navon says she loves this stamp set. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's really beautiful. And the best part is that we can earn it for free during Sale-A-Bration. And we can get it with, here in Australia, it's with a $90 order. And you can get this stamp set for free. So that is the best bit. Now, with this paper, it does have script on it, so I have to make sure I put the script up the right way. The other day I was making a card and I used an embossing folder that had script in the background, and I didn't realize till afterwards I'd actually stuck it upside down. But it was one that you couldn't really tell too much, so I was like, oh my goodness. So I'll just make sure that I've got that lined up. I'll just turn that over so that I can see that I've got none of that designer series paper hanging over the edge on the opposite side there. And having that liquid glue gives me that wiggle room, or that wiggle time, to get that nicely lined up. So there we go. So that's the bottom piece, and we'll do the same with the top. Yeah, it is a really nice stamp, isn't it, Laurie? It's beautiful. I reckon this one deserves to be in the actual catalogue, in the mini catalogue or in the annual catalogue. It's so beautiful. All right, and then we're just going to pop that thin strip right up at the top of our card. This is on our card base, and again I'll just flip that open to check that that's not overhanging. Fantastic. I'm going to turn the card up on its end and push that paper down towards the end to make sure that I've got that right up against the edge there. There we go, and then just secure that down. Okay, so that's the beginning part. Now I will move these off to the side. All right, so now our stamped image is just going to be adhered to our, oh, I went blank then for a moment, evening evergreen, our evening evergreen layer. So I'm going to flip that over and I'm going to use a little bit of Stampin' Seal just to adhere that. So I'm using a different adhesive now just because this is my choice. This is my favorite adhesive to use for layering my pieces, and the reason I used the multi-purpose liquid glue for the designer series paper was because I had to make sure that that was buttered up right against the edges there, and so I wanted to make sure that I had that wiggle room. So with this one, we're just again lining this up edge to edge and just making sure that we have, oh, I didn't get that even. See if I can just release that without tearing. There we go. I'm going to adhere this edge to edge and making sure I've got an even border top and bottom. So let's see if I can line that up. There we go. Okay, just like that. So we've got that nice little edge of evening evergreen top and bottom. Now this is going to be mounted up onto dimensionals, so let me grab my dimensionals. Here we go. And I'm using my trusty take your pick tool, my multi-purpose tool, to pick up my dimensionals. I find that easier. If you don't have a tool, that's fine. You can use your fingers to pick up the dimensionals, but I just find it quicker and easier to use my tool. And that serves me really well, especially when I'm filming, just to make things a little bit quicker. There we go. And then we'll just take those backings off. Oops, missed that one. There we go. All right, and then that is going to be adhered over. So it's just going to overlap those two pieces of designer series paper, basically to cover up that piece there in the middle of the card. So I'll just make sure that that is lined up edge to edge again. And having the script on the designer series paper actually helps too, because you know that that's your straight edge. So it really, really helps to line that up. There we go. Now with the twine, I'm just going to snip that on one end. Let me grab my snips. And I'm going to snip that on one end. So I'll just trim that like so on one end, and the other end, oh, I've gone at too much of an angle I think on that end. Let me just do that again. There we go. And the other end is just going to be straight. Now I need to just measure that that is going to be the right length. Let me just double check that. Yep, that should be good. All right, so I'll just get rid of all those little fibers. This is a very fibrous ribbon, this one. It's got beautiful texture in it. I love the texture in this one. Okay, so I'm going to pop down. Oh, Julie said, I'm good, excited I can now use my first Sale-A-Bration item to make a card for our group challenge. Oh, fantastic, Julie. Julie's on my team. We've got a couple of our team members on here today, which is super exciting. Her order came this morning. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. So good. So every month in my team, we have a creative challenge. And so this month, our creative challenge is Sale-A-Bration. And that's what Julie is referring to. So that's great, Julie. So during Sale-A-Bration as well, at the beginning, I talked about being able to receive free products when your order is over $90. I'm just putting a little bit of tear and tape on the back of this ribbon in case you're wondering what I'm doing. But also too, during Sale-A-Bration, you can also maximize your value when you join, because when you join during Sale-A-Bration, you can, not only do you get, I'm just measuring where I'm putting this, not only do you get the usual amazing joining offer of purchasing the starter kit for $169, but when you join during Sale-A-Bration, you still choose $235 worth of product, but as well as that, so you're already getting $66 worth of product and you get free shipping, but as well as that, during Sale-A-Bration, you can also choose a free bundle from the mini catalogue. And so if you were to choose the highest priced one, which is $104.75, plus you're getting free shipping, plus you're getting the $66 worth of product for free in your starter kit because you're only paying $169, you're actually saving up to $182.50 to join Stampin' Up during Sale-A-Bration. So you're getting more than 50% off for everything that you receive, which is super awesome. I'll show you in a moment. Let me just get I'm just using some little offcuts on the back of my label to pop that up over the top of my ribbon there, just so that I'm sort of straddling that ribbon a little bit there. There we go. So yeah, before I add my bling, let me just quickly show you in the back of the Sale-A-Bration brochure on pages 18 and 19, there's information there about joining Stampin' Up during Sale-A-Bration, and it shows you on page 19 the list of the bundles that you can get for free during Sale-A-Bration from the new mini catalogue. So from this one here, and there's a whole heap of them that you can choose from. Actually, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you've got 12 to choose from there during Sale-A-Bration. You can get them for absolutely free when you join during Sale-A-Bration. So you've got until the 30th of September. So if you would love to join my team, I would love to look after you. I'd love to have you join my team. So if you would like to do that, please let me know, and I'd love to give you some more information. If you've got questions, I'd love to answer your questions. We have a great time in my team, and my team is filled with beautiful, beautiful people. And not only that, but when you join Stampin' Up, you then get a 20% discount on all of your products. So, which is super awesome. So when you're ordering as a demonstrator, now you don't need to sell, you don't need to do parties, you don't need to do Facebook Lives like I do. That's just my choice. You can simply join just to get the discount. So if you'd like more information about that, please let me know. And I'd love to have a chat with you about that. All right, so I've just added some of the Brush Metallic Adhesive back dots onto the ends there of my little banner, on my little sentiment label, I should say. And we are done. That's it, finished. Look at that. There we go. So there we've got the two projects. Oh, I missed a little bit of floorboard there in behind the wheel. Let me just add that now. I knew I'd miss something somewhere. There we go. There. Did I miss any other bits? I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. Oh, there's a little bit just in there behind that one too. There we go. Good. All right. So what do you think? How do you like my little project? So again, for anyone that might have jumped on a little bit late, we're using the Feels Like Home Sale-A-Bration stamp set, and this one is free with a $90 order. So if you, and the bricks behind the wheel, please. And, oh, thank you, Tina Marie. I did too. Yes, thank you. See, the wheel was taking my focus off the bricks in the background. Thank you. I would have picked that up later and gone, oh, I missed another bit. There we go. Anywhere else? Did I miss anything anywhere else? Hopefully not. Thank you, everyone. Julie said beautiful. Megan said lovely card. Jenny said it's awesome, Mandy. Thanks so much, everyone. Yeah, and see how beautiful it is and how quick and easy that was to put together. So you really don't need to put in a lot of time or a lot of products to make a beautiful, beautiful project. So, Tina said, so relieved, it's been driving me mad. You should have spoken up earlier, Tina. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, good. And Laurie says very pretty. Thanks, everyone. All right. So I will flip the camera up back now to my face so that I can say goodbye to you all face to face. So just give me a moment and I'll just cover up the camera and we'll do a little flippy flip. Here we go. A little bit squeaky. It's my stand making those squeaks. All right. There we go. Whoa, I'm up in the air, up in the sky, and crooked. Yep, yep. There we go. How's that? Is that straight? No, that's crooked too. It's really hard when you readjust the camera to try and get it straight. Oh, sorry, probably making you all really dizzy. There we go. Oh, so there's my card for today. I hope you all really liked that. It's super cute. Hey, really, really easy. So remember that during Sale-A-Bration, you can get those free items for $90 during Sale-A-Bration until the 30th of September. Remember that if you're shopping with me to use my host code, because if you're spending over $50, you will also get a thank you gift from me as well. And every order gets a thank you card. So remember to use my host code when you're shopping in my online store. Remember to go through my blog if you're looking for any of those products. There it is there. And if you have any questions or need any help with anything, please feel free to let me know. Now, if you have trouble at all with your order as well, or with the ordering system, please get in contact with me and let me know, and I'd love to help you over the phone as well. Tina Marie says, I'm going to make a card with that stamp now. I just love it. She said, love it. That's awesome. It is really beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So remember, if you need any catalogs, let me know. If there's anything I can help you with, if you have any questions, please let me know. And remember to think about that joining offer too, because I would love to have you join my team. Come and join us. Come and have fun with us. We have a great community in my team group. We've got a little Facebook page there, a little Facebook group, I should say. And we share inspiration with each other. We Zoom together. We have lots of fun together. And I love to spoil my team as well. I like to spoil my customers, but I also like to spoil my team. It's next level with my team. They get gifts and prizes and recognitions, and I give out vouchers and all sorts of things. So come and join us. We'd love to have you come and join us. All right. Oh, Megan just said she thinks she needs that stamp set now too. Yes, Megan, you do. You need this one. It's beautiful. All right. Well, have a lovely day, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Now, remember, I will be going live on Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And again, then on Thursday at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And I would love to have you come and join us. Thank you, Tina Marie. Tina Marie is also one of my team members. And she said, Mandy is the best leader. Thank you. That's very kind. Yeah, any questions, please get in contact with me. So until I see you again next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye.